Hi guys, Cass here. This is the second installment in my Cooking with Cass videos. Yes, I did decide to call it Cooking with Cass. I know, silly name, but yeah, it's cute enough. So this is like the fifth time I've tried to do this. Video, and everybody keeps interrupting me. So hopefully I can get through it this time. Today's recipe or drink is the caramel, the salted caramel hot chocolate from Starbucks, and it's got almost pretty much the same steps as my last video. So it's really simple to make, and these are the ingredients you need. You need, of course, hot chocolate. I recommend the one in the canisters. I just have the box kind because this was just what I grabbed at the time because it was on sale and I didn't see any of the canisters. So yeah. And also, I'd recommend getting the one without marshmallows because the one at Starbucks doesn't have marshmallows. If you like marshmallows, go ahead, keep them. It's up to you. Next thing, some sort of caramel syrup. I'm using a sundae syrup. You can use a drink syrup. You can use a Tasani. Their syrups are pretty good for it as well. You could use a homemade syrup. It's up to you, really. If you're going to use a Tasani, the steps are a little bit different, and I'll talk about that later in the video then. Next thing you need, whipped topping of your choice. Mine is just a regular Stater Brothers whipped cream topping. And then sea salt. You also are going to want milk. I personally don't have milk, so I'm going to have to use water, set face. And you're going to need either 2 mugs or a mug and a pot to warm up your milk or water or whatever you decide to use on the stove. I'm using the mug just because I feel like it's easier. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, the first thing you want to do is take your mug, fill it with milk or with water or whatever you decide to use. And pop it in the microwave. I personally do not recommend using purified water because the way that's set up, actually hold on. Before you do that, you're going to actually want to take some of your hot chocolate. So don't fill it up all the way. Only fill it up a little bit. Or probably about 3/4 of the way, I would say. Since I'm using 2 packets of hot chocolate, I'm just going to pour a whole packet of hot chocolate in there. I advise taking half of your hot chocolate and mixing it in with the water or the milk, whatever you're using. Now, this is only if you're using water. If you're using milk, you can skip this step and you can just pour in your hot chocolate later. Ow! That hurt. I'm sorry if I'm making any clunking noises. I just got new shoes and I'm wearing them everywhere, so you're going to want to mix that up a little bit. And then you pop it in the microwave. The reason I do this is because pure water by itself can end up exploding. So you want something to mix in with it so it doesn't explode. If you're doing milk, it doesn't matter because you can just heat it in the microwave, no problem. I'm putting it in for about a minute or so. Next step, like I said, this is really similar to yesterday's. You're going to take your caramel, whatever you decide, whatever type of caramel you decide to use, and you're going to drizzle it in the bottom of the cup. Now, if you're using a Tasani syrup, which is the coffee syrups, it's more liquidy than it is really thick. It's really thin, and it's kind of almost watery, I want to say. But if you're going to be using that, then you can skip this step. You can just, what you would do is you just put the syrup inside the hot chocolate once it's done. So yeah, caramel in cup, drizzled as much as you want. Some people use up to 2 tablespoons. I'm just And I'm going to take my thing out, and I don't think it's really hot enough yet, so I'm going to put in, oh, no, it's hot enough. So I'm actually going to take my second hot chocolate packet. Now I'm using 2 because I am using water, and just because I think 2 adds more flavor. But once again, if you're using the powder from the canisters, I would use 2, depending on how big you want it, use 2 to anywhere from 2 to 4 tablespoons. It's really up to you. And then once you've got it the consistency you want it, and I've mixed in all my hot chocolate. Now, as I said, if you are doing milk, warm up the milk first, then put in the hot chocolate afterwards. And then just really carefully, which I'm not going to be careful because I never am, pour it into your cup, your caramel cup. Okay, anyways, now that you've got it in your cup, what you're going to want to do is stir it. That's right, stir it. Get all that caramel drizzle into your hot chocolate, because that's kind of what you want to do. That way you get that caramel flavor in the hot chocolate and not just after you drink it. And next step is, taste it. I have to wash that. Not bad. Anyways, taste it, see if it tastes caramelly enough for you. If it doesn't, add more caramel. It doesn't taste all that caramelly, so I'm going to add a little bit more. And by a little bit, I mean a lot, because I'm a caramel freak. But yeah, as much caramel as you want. It's all, based on preference. I think that tastes perfect. Then you're going to take your whipped cream. And just, oops, you guys can't even see my cup. So you're just going to take your whipped cream and put it on top. I like using a lot of whipped cream just because that's me. And take your caramel. Drizzle it on top. Like I said, I like a lot of caramel. And then the finishing touch. Take some sea salt and sprinkle it on. Now you may think that's really weird, but it gives you this really salty, sweet kick, and I just love, love, love it. So yeah, so that's how you make the caramel hot chocolate from Starbucks. Now, the other thing is, if you want to, you can also buy the actual caramel hot chocolate mix. I'm pretty sure Starbucks sells it. I know I've seen it in stores before. I don't know if they still sell it, but that'll give you even more of that flavor. But if you don't want to do that, you can't find it, this is always a good way to make it. So yeah, hope you guys like this video, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!